Alright you guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about IdolXCosmetics and their latest release, which was their Butter collection. And as you guys can see, I've already done the look, but of course we're going to go through the process and we're going to talk about the products that they have released together with the palette. Honestly you guys, when I first tried out their Dynamite palette, this was the very first item I got from the brand, partly because I'm a huge BTS fan, so I got this little baby, and then when I tried it out and I did a couple of looks with it, I stayed for the quality. So I'm definitely looking forward to show you guys how, you know, the products work, and I'm going to be doing the look with a little tutorial, I guess, for you guys. So if you all want to take a look at that, then please do stay tuned. But of course, before we begin, I always feel like I have to do this little plug-in. If you guys like beauty content and you want to see like beauty videos or random unboxings, then please do click on that subscribe button and join the little family. And also remember to hit that notification bell as well, you guys, so that you can stay notified whenever a new video pops up. So yeah, that is basically it. And if you guys want to know all about the new Butter collection from IdolXCosmetics, then keep on watching. Now, if you are an ARMY, I'm pretty sure you would already know that IdolX did release another palette called the Dynamite palette prior to this release, but they kind of surprised us with this one because I was kind of expecting just, you know, the palette reformatted a bit, and they did give us that with this little beauty, but they also came out with a lash set, and inside you have 3 sets of the eyelashes together with the applicator. But they also surprised us with the entire brush set, and you guys, I was probably the most excited for this one. And if you guys have been watching my channel for a while now, you would know that I am all for brushes, tools, and all that jazz. So I got very excited by this one. The palette, 100%, because I've actually already purchased the Dynamite palette and I've tried it in a couple of looks before. So I really am very familiar with the formulation, and I think they are bomb because all the colors inside, the consistency and everything, from the texture to the pigment to everything, it's very consistent and very cohesive. So for me, I'm expecting the same with the Butter palette, but of course we're going to try it out on the eyes and then see how it is. I'm going to give you my thoughts. So inside this palette we have about 18 shades to play with, and it's a lot of warm neutrals I'm seeing, with the exception of a darker color story over here. So for today, because the Butter is all very bright and vibrant, I'm not going to be dipping in so much into the darker shades. Instead, I'm going to play around with some of the neutrals and do a straightforward, easy, day-to-day kind of look. Maybe I'll just let you guys know the color story that I'm looking at to go into, so you guys will kind of know for reference what I'm using. So probably for the transition, I'm going to be using this orange shade, which is called Fresh Boy. Then we're going to be dipping into Let It Roll, and I kind of want to play with a little bit of Butter and Summer, because why not, right? We should be able to create something that has the whole vibe of Butter, so it'd be kind of nice to keep that yellow element within. Also for this look, I'm going to be using the brushes as well, so we're going to see how they perform on the eyes. So I'm going to quickly do that. You guys are going to see the whole process on camera, so yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Okay guys, so I have my eyeshadow done, and oh my gosh, first and foremost, this palette, the formula did not disappoint, and I also really love it that for 18 eyeshadows it is not heavy, it's not weighty at all. And I really love it that they included a little mirror in here too, so I could just, like, for reference, whenever I need to apply on the eyeshadow, I don't have to look on an external mirror, which sometimes I really don't like to do. I just like to take it straight from the palette and, you know, go at it. And the quality of the mirror is great as well. I'm able to see myself extremely clearly. But the eyeshadows within the formula, Dynamite palette already amazed me with, you know, the formula, how pigmented it is, and this one did all that and more as well, especially that gold shade. Oh my gosh, like, for real, when I first applied it on, and keep in mind you guys, I am not using a primer, but what I did put down for the base for this was just like a concealer, but that was just basically excess I had patted off here and just gently applied it on, so it wasn't even that much. but the color, oh my gosh, I am so incredibly happy with this palette. This is such a beautiful palette. From the shimmers to the mattes and everything. They're super pigmented. They're really just a nice, like, it's just a nice palette, you guys. I don't know what else to say about it. It's beautiful. And keep in mind that even though I only tried 4 shades, of course, I'll try more. Maybe if you guys want to see more looks, that will be up on Instagram, or if you want to see TikTok as well, you can follow me at Shift B Creates. I will put it here. But as I would expect from IdolX, as well as their Dynamite palette, which I did try prior, and I've tried out almost like the whole palette with the exception of maybe 1 shade. The consistency for the pigmentation, the formula is all the same. So I'm expecting the same with this one. But so far, first impressions, this palette definitely nails it. So now I'm going to be doing my eyeliner. Initially, I wanted to do this off camera, but since I have to put on the lashes, I'm just going to quickly do it on camera and then we can talk about the lashes. So my eyeliner is done, and before I move on to the lashes, I also do want to let you guys know that I experienced very minimal fallout with this palette as well. I don't know why I forgot to say that earlier, but it was very minimal. I probably only experienced a little bit of fallout when I took it with the smaller brush. Maybe I picked up too much and there was a little bit of fallout, but I'm impressed because there was literally like no kickback in the pan, and even as I applied it and blended it, there was no fallout, which is great. And also the brushes, oh my gosh. So I did use 3 of their eye brushes for this look, and first and foremost, let's just be very appreciative that they included this one, which is like a flat top brush. This is honestly such a little handy number, especially when you're playing around with like glitter pigments, glitter eyeshadow, and you just want the color to stay packed on and you just want to pat it down without being too invasive with blending it out. This is such a good brush to have. And they also had something for the lower lash line to blend out, which is great. And then this is such a good blending out like shadow brush as well. I had such fun with this. This one actually mimics very closely to the brush that I use very often, which is, which is this one. I cannot remember the brand. I think it's either Sigma or something because the name has faded off, but they are very, very similar. And this little brush is my absolute favorite to use when it comes to blending eyeshadows, but this one, it's so similar to a point that I actually think I might just replace that with this. So the quality of the brushes are great. They're wonderful, and I also like the handle. It is just very classy, very high quality, extremely well made, and the grip for this is also there. So the brushes are an A++++ in my book, together with the palette. As I mentioned earlier, there are 3 sets inside. So I think we can range them from extremely natural, which is this too, and then you also have the slightly more bougie one, and then of course you have your full frame flutter lashes. And what I really like about this too, I can see how the lashes are spaced out. If you guys don't know, I am pretty much very into lashes, and I have tons of them in my collection, and I like to play around with a lot of fluffy ones, which are like my go-to because I have very small eyes, you guys. There's not much going on here besides, you know, the eyeshadow, so I tend to go for super fluffy ones. But for this particular look, because I want the eyes to stand out a little bit more, maybe we should go something mid-tier. So I'm going to quickly pop this on and then we can talk about it. Okay guys, so this is the final look. Lashes are popped on and it's looking pretty good. And one thing that I wanted to note about the lash band on this, it is extremely comfortable to wear because most of the lashes, the more fluffier they are, the band tends to be a little bit more thicker, which is why most of the time, if I were to wear like a super fluffy lash like with a thick band, I would usually go without a liner. But this one, the band is pretty slim, but it's sturdy enough to hold all the lashes in place. It's very, very pretty, I gotta say. So on overall, what I think about the entire release, I think it's splendid actually. I don't have anything bad to say about this, which I'm very happy with myself with, because as you guys know, I can be quite critical about a few things, but this is such a good collection and I would really highly recommend it. Even if you're not a fan of BTS, you guys, like, this is quite like a solid brand, I would say, to look out for. I am really very happy that they released 2 additional components, which was the lashes as well as the brush set. And I think, you know, pairing it all together with the palette was just an excellent choice on their end. So on overall, you guys, that is basically it for this review. If you guys have any questions at all, you can always leave it in the comment section down below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. And in terms of the price point and everything, you can also find it in the description box. I will list everything there as well as where you can get it, because right now IdolX also has an online store, so you can definitely check out everything there. So yeah, that's basically it, you guys. I hope you all have a great week, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.